So can you see him?
चलो आपको स्पेस कम पड़ रहा है.
I can't put it on full screen. इसमें यहाँ पे लाइव दिखा रहा है already. So how do I go full screen on this? I can't see anything. Can't see anything. Yeah, I can see new tip. I can only see him on the screen. No, I can see him on the screen पूरा. See, I WhatsApped you. I can't see any questions वाला area with that will come up. Okay, ठीक है. So we'll start. So you can start.
Start.
Kushbu, you can hear him? Sir, आपका introduction. Good morning.
Yes, it is live. Hello, good morning, everybody. I come to the subject matter itself without wasting time.
Your introduction. I'm Dr. Shrikant Kulkarni. That you have to tell.
I am Dr. Shrikant Kulkarni. I am a postgraduate in two fields, that is internal medicine as well as public health, from the University of Pune, and long experience of 50 years. I have been working, and my particular interest subjects in medicine are infectious diseases and preventive medicine. That is my heart of the subject. Preventive medicine for last 50 years with experience. I would like to share some views on the present scenario of COVID situation and vaccination particularly. Now what has happened is, with the advent of last year pandemic, lot of talk has been done about how to prevent this disease, and fortunately for us, from this January we have got vaccination ready for inoculation, and many of the health workers have got vaccination as of now. That will continue.
थोड़ा जोर से बोलिए. आवाज नहीं आ रही है. थोड़ा जोर से.
So the problem is, we always talk of childhood vaccinations. We follow very rigorously, and the parents are very eager to follow the schedule of vaccination program in India. It has been quite successful, and the infectious diseases have brought under control. However, even today, the infectious diseases remains the number one killer out of all the causes of deaths. So adult vaccination program has been probably, according to me, is neglected, and that is why we want to get know-how about what is adult immunization program as such. There are nearly 20 vaccines in the world, including children as well as for adults, and adults are vulnerable to the infectious diseases, as we know with the corona pandemic, our own first-hand experience. We want to prevent many other such infectious disorders, including corona. So I would start with the specific roles of vaccine, who should take the vaccine, which are the vulnerable groups in adult group who definitely should take vaccines regularly. Now, what is the role of vaccine? It is to create artificial immunity against specific disease, that is infectious disease I am talking. And the body after vaccination knows how to fight the microbes in advance. That is the basic vital role of any vaccine. Now there could be many FAQs, questions, whether this vaccination can cause the same disease against which it was given. Yes, rarely it can happen, particularly for example killed or attenuated vaccines like varicella, that is chickenpox, or measles, extremely rarely after vaccination can cause mild disease, not severe disease. Why mild disease? Because already vaccination itself is for prevention of the disease. So mild disease can occur under such circumstances. Then the entry of, then how it works after the, how these vaccines work. After entry of vaccine in the body, injectable means, or there are even oral vaccines available, particularly polio vaccine for example, the antibody producing cells are produced in the body, and these antibodies fight against the specific organism against which this vaccine is used, and these organisms are neutralized, preventing the disease manifestation. So thus this helps tremendously. After the entry of the vaccine, the antibody producing cells are stimulated and these antibodies neutralize the infecting organism. Now, Now, which are the diseases which are preventable in adulthood? For example, influenza, which is a common occurrence. Perhaps every one of us get influenza, mild or moderate, once in a year or so. Then most important, lethal disease is pneumonia. Chicken pox, that is a seasonal, in the month of December, November, some people get chicken pox. Typhoid, cholera, tetanus and rabies. Rabies of course after dog bite. Swine flu, it is part like influenza, which had caused havoc few years ago. There was an epidemic of swine flu in our country. Then human papillomavirus, very important virus, which if not prevented in certain people can cause genital cancers. Please remember, if infected. So this can be prevented by vaccination. Hepatitis B, this is a peculiarity of blood-borne or sexually transmitted disease. Hepatitis B. Hepatitis A, again waterborne. And now what we are talking about, coronavirus. Yes. Now the platform is open for the questions. May I request to ask the questions?
सर ये ना 10 सेकंड्स पीछे चलता है. अब हुआ है ओपन फॉर क्वेश्चंस. दैट ये ना 10 सेकंड्स पीछे चलता है. खुशबू. हेलो.
You will ask question.
खुशबू, यू विल स्टार्ट. नहीं सर, आप स्टार्ट कीजिए. आप हर आंसर के बाद ना आप खुद ही वो क्वेश्चन एक बार बोल के वो यहाँ पे पोस्ट कर रहे हैं. यहाँ पे वो पोस्ट कर रहे हैं. आप खुद ही एक बार क्वेश्चन पढ़ के एंड देन यू tell about it and then wait for a few seconds before you move to next one.
Shall I start?
Next question. Okay, there is a question. ऐसे करके.
Well, I will not go into details of how vaccination was produced, when it was first vaccination. First vaccination was done in late 17th century by Edward Jenner for smallpox. Smallpox used to be a dreaded disease that time. And during last 200 years or so, we have developed nearly 20 effective vaccination programs. Now, which are the vulnerable groups for whom vaccination is very important in adult people? Now, if we can group them, one is travelers, those who are traveling frequently from one distance to another. They require definitely to follow this vaccination program because, for example, influenza virus, hepatitis A, cholera, typhoid virus, typhoid bacteria, if they are traveling to remote areas where water contamination is there, then there is a chance of getting typhoid and cholera, hepatitis A. Influenza is, of course, airborne disorder and it can be prevented by vaccination, regular vaccination. Then meningococcal vaccine is required in case there is an epidemic of meningococcus in certain parts of the world. There is Africa or even in India. There are certain parts of the world where meningococcal epidemics occur, and during that time meningococcal vaccination is definitely required. If you are traveling to certain parts of the world, parts of the world where yellow fever is endemic, not in India but in other countries. Yellow fever can be a problem where yellow fever vaccination is available. So these are certain travelers' problems. Then I must tell you who should avoid taking vaccine. For example, those women who are planning pregnancy in the near future should be very careful, and those who are allergic to a particular egg protein or having severe reaction because of drug or food products can avoid vaccination. During pregnancy, you have to plan. Flu vaccine is allowed during pregnancy, but so many other vaccines are there which has to be planned according to in consultation with the obstetrician and gynecologist about when they should undergo this vaccination program during pregnancy. So this is a special group. Travelers, people who are planning pregnancy, these are the two important groups. Whether it is important to get vaccinated, everyone in adult life or anybody can be exempted. I think nobody can be exempted because everybody is vulnerable to the infectious disease through water, contaminated water, air pollution and food products. So we are all exposed to these contaminations and we definitely need to fight the microbes which are present in the air, water or food. Yes. Then there are outbreaks of disease, epidemics of disease. Seasonal are there. Say, for example, chicken pox is seasonal. Some diseases like they come and again come back, like influenza. So these outbreaks we had particularly in our community and because of environmental factors, we have to have protection against this, and vaccination is the best way of doing it.
Sir, camera. Sir, एक बार camera.
Then in childhood, for example, suppose during childhood for some reasons vaccination is not done for particular reason or particular circumstances or lack of education or not availability, then it is better to continue with the childhood immunization program, and adults also can take the vaccines if they are missed in the childhood.
Sir.
Now, if somebody has got recently, let us take example, recently they have had flu, whether they still require taking a flu vaccination, the answer is yes.
सर कमेंट सेक्शन में क्वेश्चन आ रहे हैं उनसे आप
Yes.
क्या आप आंसर कर सकते हो.
Whether vaccination is important for them after having an attack of flu? Yes, because the flu virus can change its strain, and the next time it attacks, it can be a different strain of influenza. So, therefore, vaccination every year is important.
सर यहाँ से क्वेश्चन पढ़ के ना, सर यहाँ से क्वेश्चन पढ़ के देन यू कैन आंसर, ठीक है?
Now, who should avoid taking vaccines?
तो हो गया सर. नेक्स्ट
Those who are allergic, I think I said, during pregnancy, before and after the pregnancy, you have to manage it properly. And those who are seriously ill, suppose somebody is hospitalized with a severe illness, they can avoid vaccination. So these are certain groups, they should avoid vaccination. Those who have got history of severe allergic reaction, say what is technically called as anaphylactic reaction, hypersensitivity reaction to a particular drug, food products, particular like egg, fish, etc. So it depends one person to another. Very rarely, some people have got very severe reactions to variety of substances in the environment or food or water, or through vaccine can be dangerous to these people. They should avoid. Now, what is the schedule and time for the adult vaccination? Now, it varies from one vaccine to another. For example, the childhood vaccinations which we are given are enough for the lifetime. But a flu-like syndrome, flu-like disease, we have to repeat it once a year. For hepatitis B, first 3 injections of basic vaccination, they protect the person for very, very long time and produce antibodies against the disease. Now, vulnerable groups, I have already said, the travelers during pregnancy, and the groups which they should not take vaccination. That is another vulnerable group. Now, what are the side effects? Let us talk. Everybody is afraid of side effects. Now, side effects are usually very mild, and these side effects include like local pain, slight fever for 1 or 2 days, body aches, fatigue. These are common minor side effects. And the major side effect, adverse effect, can be serious hypersensitivity reaction culminating into anaphylaxis and needing hospitalization in the best equipped centers. Yes. Schedule and time we have discussed. The group of people we have already discussed. Yes. Then how it helps the transmission, the chain of transmission from one person to another is prevented by vaccination in the community, and therefore it can boost the herd immunity. That is the immunity conferred upon the community because of this vaccination. When the rate of vaccination of the population is more than 60 to 70%, there will be protection to those who have not unfortunately taken the vaccination. So that is one of the advantages. So thank you everyone, and hope you like this session, and more and more discourse on the subject can be invited if it is necessary.